Before we get started, make sure to turn on post notification and subscribe to the channel. WWE Raw Recap: 5 things learned from this week's show. We are firmly on the road to WrestleMania 35 right now, which means that every episode of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live is now a can't miss episode, with the company looking to make each one as exciting and unpredictable as possible. WWE recently promised fresh changes, new matches, and superstars, and that is aligning perfectly with the time of the year, which many fans hope will ensure the most exciting road to WrestleMania in history. The first major stop on that road is of course the Royal Rumble, and we are edging ever closer to the major event. And even though everyone thought that the card was pretty much locked in at this point, Raw had some twists and turns to alter that. On top of changes to the Rumble, WWE also made major announcements about future events, including Elimination Chamber, while revealing something that fans have been expecting for a very long time. So with the historic and eventful episode on Monday Night Raw now in the history books, what were the 5 major takeaways from this episode? Number 5. Braun Strowman removed from Universal title match. One of the biggest surprises on Monday Night Raw this week was the fact that WWE decided to totally change the scheduled Universal Championship match for the Royal Rumble, meaning Brock Lesnar is no longer going to defend the title against Braun Strowman. The monster amongst men was removed from the match by the WWE chairman after Strowman ripped the door off of Vince's limousine when trying to get his hands on Baron Corbin. Mr. McMahon punished him by fining him $100,000 and removing him from the title match, setting up a huge storyline throughout the show. Of course, in reality, it has been reported that Strowman hasn't been medically cleared to return to action, which has forced WWE's hand and made them change plans in order for a Universal Championship match to take place. Number 4. Ronda and Sasha heat things up. One element of Monday Night Raw that wasn't so fresh was the fact that the company had 2 major rivals team up for the tag team match, as Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks took on Nia Jax and Tamina. It was a routine win for the ladies, who clashed at the Rumble, but it was surprising the boss who scored the victory, with the rowdy one then claiming that she'll be doing the same to Banks in a few weeks' time. This led to them arguing all the way back in the locker room, adding some much needed heat to the storyline rather than Rousey just being a fan of Banks. Sasha's at her best when she has a point to prove, and that is exactly what is happening right now, which is going to make this rivalry even more exciting. Number 3. A new champion is crowned. Monday Night Raw featured a rare Intercontinental Championship match this week, as Dean Ambrose defended his title in a triple threat against both Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley, who of course had Lio Rush by his side. Few people expected to see Ambrose drop the title after only just winning it, but that is exactly what happened, with Bobby Lashley winning the match and becoming the Intercontinental Champion for the first time in his career. It was an incredible entertaining triple threat match, with the Almighty eventually coming out on top, with Rollins and Ambrose too focused on each other, something that is likely going to carry on all the way into the Rumble, while Lashley can now take the next step in his heel role. Number 2. Finn Balor becomes #1 contender. The main event on Monday Night Raw saw a fatal 4-way between Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Finn Balor, and Baron Corbin to determine who's going to face the Beast at the Rumble for the Universal Championship. With a major name in John Cena and a star who's being heavily pushed in McIntyre, the two men walk into the match as favorite. But to many people's surprise, it was the first ever Universal Champion who scored the victory. Finn Balor earned the win and will go on to the Rumble to collide with Brock Lesnar, creating a dream match in the eyes of many fans, and a huge opportunity for Balor to prove he belongs back at the top of WWE's totem pole. With Balor not being in the title picture since he dropped the belt due to injury, this is a huge moment for him, especially coming off his incredible surprise appearance at the recent NXT UK takeover. With the momentum fully behind him, will the Demon be able to pull off a huge upset against the Beast? Number 1. Women's tag team titles are coming. There has been months and months of speculation regarding possible women's tag team championships, and while it was confirmed by Santa, aka Vince McMahon, during the Christmas Eve episode of Raw, this week gave some greater details. Even though it has been confirmed that the championships were on their way, we now know exactly when. Alexa Bliss revealed all the details this week on Raw, including unveiling the Women's Tag Team Championships. The titles themselves were revealed for the first time, and while some people don't like them, they have gone down incredibly well in the eyes of the fans. But while getting to see the titles was an incredible moment, it was the announcement after that which really shocked the world. Bliss revealed that the first ever Women's Tag Team Champions would be crowned at Elimination Chamber, the next pay-per-view after the Rumble. Inside the steel structure itself, there will be a tag team elimination match with 3 teams from Raw and 3 teams from SmackDown taking part, where the winner will stand tall as history makers. Now the only question that remains is which teams will take part.